Right, you can all stop panicking. Kev's back. Worry not. Sorry there wasn't an episode yesterday. I was very, very tired after 3 days down in London for Comic-Con. You can probably still see the bags under my eyes now. Still very tired. Tell you what, it's colder in this garage than it was a week ago when I last did an episode. But we're back. We're going to get this Everton season finished off before Non-League to Legend starts on Monday. That's right. Get it in your diary. Monday, the 6th of... No, Sunday. Ignore me. Sunday, the 6th of November. I think that's the right date. 4 p.m. So this Sunday, Non-League to Legend, episode 1. You that should be written down somewhere by now, surely. Feel free to pause and just jot that down on your calendars. Hello and welcome to part 6 of my Football Manager 17 beta save with Everton. I'm Kev, and coming up on today's episode, we have an FA Cup 5th round tie against Manchester United. I hear they're quite good, and we're away against top of the table QPR in the Championship. I've said it before, I'll no doubt say it again, but they're the two most important games of our season. If we're to get anything like what we hope for out of it, it would be awesome to continue a cup run. We've got aspirations of being a Premier League team again next year, so beating Man United isn't outside the realms of possibility. We need to get into the automatic promotion spots, so a win against QPR is a must as well. If we lose both these games in today's episode, playoffs really is the best we can hope for, and quite frankly, that's not good enough. And if we only go up through the playoffs, I should be fired and sent to Gainsborough Trinity to manage them. So I guess we'll have to see how it all works out. This is how things have been going since you were last with me. I can't actually remember at which point in this run the last episode was, because it's been over a week since I recorded episode 5, because I bulk recorded a lot of them ready for me to go away for the weekend. So I don't know where we got to, but as you can see, form generally has been pretty good. We've stuttered a little bit the last 2 games. We've done this before as well in the lead up to big cup games, and I'm hoping it's just because everyone's looking at Man United, and once we get past this game, we'll be back into the same kind of form where we've got 4-0s, 4-1, 6-3, 4-1, 7-1. They're the kind of results we want. The 4-3-1-2 tactic is working a treat. And this is the team that will be performing within it against Manchester United today. You'll notice the big significant piece of team news is Ryan Woods is going to make his first start for the club in central midfield. He's a 24-year-old midfielder who came in from Brentford for £9.5 million in the summer and has not really played since. He didn't play initially because we were playing with all the attacking players in midfield. Since we've gone to our new tactic with a more balanced midfield, he's not played because Tom Cleverley's always been the ball-winning midfielder, but he's suspended for this game against his old club. And Woods looks like the next best bet for a sort of tackling central midfield role. So he's going to come in and hopefully do that job and nullify Manchester United. That's what he's there for. Before we get into the game, though, a couple of people have asked to look at the transfers from January, because I forgot to put them in the last episode. The window only shut a couple of weeks ago. As you'll know from the last episode, we didn't bring anybody in, but there were a few departures from the club. So leaving the club, only one permanent transfer, which was Jordan Much. Went back to Crystal Palace for double the price that we paid for him, and has now played as many games for Palace this year as he did last year for them. So he's gone back, picked up a man of the match, a better average rating. Perhaps we should have given him a chance. No, we were never going to give him a chance. And Younes Belhanda went on loan for the rest of the season to Swansea. There's been lots of people saying, Kev, you should be playing him. Yeah, I agree. He was originally signed to be the replacement for Ross Barkley, who obviously never left. So I let him go to Swansea and then looked at the squad on deadline day and thought, you know what? We don't have any backup for him still. If he goes, if he gets injured, we have no one. So we recalled him. He went to Swansea, played 1 game in the Premier League, and he's now back at Everton to be a reserve again. And he might get a chance at some point, but realistically, the only spot he's going to get in the team is in the Barkley spot. And he's not getting there if Ross Barkley's fit, because he's a current England international. Why would we not play him? So our team to take on Manchester United today, we've got Matthew Ryan in goal, a back four of Silvio, Van Beek, Rodrigo, Chow and Omar. Hernandez, Woods and Hughes are our central midfield, with Barkley in behind Lukaku and De Jong. Everyone's in good form. Look at those average ratings over the last 5 games. Every outfield player is above 7. The only one that's well, there's 2 that are close-ish to 7. Woods, because 3 of his last 5 games weren't even at Everton. They were back when he was at Brentford still. And Barkley, of all of them, is the closest to a poor-ish run of form, but he's still averaging over a 7. So we're not going to be binning him off and bringing Belhanda in anytime soon. Right, let's get into the game then. It's important to note as well, it's the 1st of November as I record this. If for some reason you're not seeing it, if this video is not released until about the 8th of November, blame the idiot currently setting off fireworks 2 doors down from me, causing Dave the dog to bark rather a lot. So if I have to abandon recording and go and sit there stroking his head, blame him. And if you are that person, stop setting off fireworks. It's the 1st of November. Goodness me. Right, where were we? I've had my rant. Ooh, I've been out there twice already. This is crazy. Yeah, of course we can adapt to any situation. I don't know who Anthony Martial is. Who cares about him? Let's have a look at the Man. Oh, look, Man United have got Dybala up front. You may remember him from the Milan mission. The back 4, though, don't really know who any of them are. So defensive and midfield, I'm fairly confident. We've almost got... I mean, Lukaku is better than that back 4. Hughes and Barkley are better than that midfield. Dybala and Rooney are better than our defence and goalkeeper, though. So this could be a high-scoring game. Cue 0-0 or Man United just battering us, I guess. But I'd like to think in the midfield we should be able to take them. And then it will just be down to whose super strikers are more effective against a poor defence. Ryan Woods making his first proper contribution in an Everton shirt, by the way. A really strong tackle on Memphis Depay. Just... there you go, I'm here. You don't do any of this funny business because I'm just going to crunch you. And he did, and he came away with the ball. And we might have... we spent £10 million on the lad. He wants to be any good, and it looks like he might be all right. He got a tackle in, that's what he's there for. Hernandez with the free kick forces a save out Romero. And that's our first shot that's been worthy of a highlight. Anyway, and Dybala's in behind here, and I'm not used to seeing Dybala miss from that kind of situation, but Ryan does well to collect. It was a fairly tame shot. But United have had 2 clear-cut chances already. We need to create something for Lukaku, really. We've not seen him get anywhere near the ball yet. And Dybala's in again, and Ryan makes another good save. That's 3 clear-cut chances in the first 24 minutes for Man United. And I think Matthew Ryan's going to need to have the game of his life to keep Dybala at bay today because, yeah, he looks rather keen to get in behind on a regular basis. And, yeah, he's not... I mean, that's his 29th goal of the season already. It's only February. This is Milan mission kind of form. They've clearly figured out a little earlier than I did that you're supposed to play him as a striker and not a winger. And, yeah, this isn't good. Darmian gets in behind, tucks the ball across, and Dybala just beats Van Beek to the ball. And on this occasion, 4th clear-cut chance of the game, Matthew Ryan isn't able to keep it out. And we are being absolutely battered at the moment. Yeah, we need to find a way back into this game fairly quickly. I don't want an embarrassing thrashing. Like I say, we've got aspirations of being a Premier League club again, and Dybala has just absolutely torn us apart. I mean, he's had 4 clear-cut chances just to himself. And, I mean, look, he just destroys Van Beek for pace. And from then on, there's only ever going to be one outcome. And he tucks it past Ryan. And, yeah, he's obviously better than Lukaku. Because Lukaku's not getting a look in at the other end. Although, there you go, Lukaku can hear me. It's 2-1. Romelu Lukaku, his 23rd goal of the season. And it's only February. Yeah, okay, we're playing in the Championship. But shut up. You know, he's still... I mean, that's a nice little finish. We have been absolutely battered in this first half. But that might just be the little break, the little bit of luck we needed on the stroke of half-time. So, I mean, it must be quite demoralising being Man United, going in only 2-1 up after completely dominating the first half and having 5 chances to put the game completely to bed. And we've not had a decent chance yet. So, you know, this isn't over yet. Magic of the FA Cup and all that. It's a gusty downpour going on as well. And we've already said pretty much we can adapt to these kind of conditions. Can Man United adapt to a gusty downpour? Who knows? We need to make some substitutions, though, because Luke de Jong is basically not there. I don't think he realises there's a football match going on, so he can come off. We haven't really got anyone to bring on for Ryan Woods, so I think, can Marco tackle? I think we looked at him pre-game. No, that's why we didn't play him in the first place. Hernandez, I think we looked at him as well. I can't remember why he's not playing there. Yeah, I think we just have to keep Woods on. Yes, he's on a yellow card, but let's bring Belhanda on. You've all told me he should be playing, so let's bring him on for Lukaku and see if Belhanda and Valencia for Lukaku and De Jong can just give us that little bit of extra spark and create something else for Lukaku. And there is Belhanda running with the ball, puts Valencia through, but Smalling comes across to cover quite comfortably. He knows I dissed him pre-match and he's eager to prove a point. Why is Wayne Rooney wearing number 33? That's a bit weird. Valencia keeps the ball quite well there, and Hernandez sprays it out wide to Silvio. Can he get the cross? And he does! And Valencia, with our first proper chance of the game, really should have scored. That was on a plate for him, and if only it had been Lukaku on the end of that cross, it would be 2-2. And now Enner Valencia's going off injured. He's been on the pitch. I mean, he's probably going off out of shame because of that awful miss. I mean, it's the chance of the game. But it does give Britt Assombalonga 15 minutes to see what he can get out of the Man United defence. And here is Assombalonga. Finds Lukaku. Out to Belhanda. To Omar. Cross comes in. Lukaku is there this time. And there you go. There's the equaliser. He was on the end of the cross this time. And it's 2-2 with 10 minutes to go. And this is all of a sudden anybody's game. And we may well be in the process of the mugging of all muggings against Manchester United, because look at the stats. They have absolutely torn us apart. 5 clear-cut chances all in the first half. They should have been home and dry by half-time, and with 5 minutes to go, we are still in with a chance of getting something out of this game. Right, Van Beek to Assombalonga, can't get past Phil Jones, but Hughes picks it up again. Belhanda, and Fellaini intercepts. Fellaini. Dybala, we've got to keep him away from the ball, and Memphis just drifted past Omar as if he wasn't even there. United will probably score here because I got all excited. Well, they came close, didn't they? Glad he didn't score because I'd have no chance of saying his name properly. There's stuff in there that's not even letters. Right, Lukaku down to Assombalonga. Hughes, Assombalonga again, and Hughes, Lukaku, come on, I'm just saying player names now, I'm so excited. Van Beek to Woods and Hughes again. Lukaku, Assombalonga, isn't Brit Assombalonga has just scored against Manchester United in the 88th minute. We are about to knock Manchester United out of the FA Cup, and it's only Brit Assombalonga, and he was offside. Peterborough United, I won't say legend, he was here for a year. He scored a lot of goals though, and he's never really done it for me at Everton, but goodness me, was that an important goal. And Lukaku's in here now. Can he make it 4? He only blooming can. It's Everton 4, Manchester United 2. Lukaku gets his hat-trick, his 25th goal of the season. And we have absolutely robbed Man United here today. They should have been 4 or 5-0 up by half-time. But that goal just before the break was crucial, kept us in it. And goodness me, have we finished the stronger of the two teams. We're ready to come back in the Premier League, boys and girls. And we're into the quarter-final of the FA Cup. Oh, I can't believe I've not played this game for a week. It's so much fun. Well, I'm putting this down to beta, but the game crashed immediately after the Man United game, so I had to reload it and play it again. It was a much more, but we still won, but a much more boring affair. We won 1-0. Man United were never really in it. We didn't look particularly threatening. We've still knocked United out of the FA Cup, but it's taken some of the shine off it and the excitement. I'm glad it was the good one that got recorded, but I don't know. So yeah, there was that. We still beat them. Now we're playing QPR, and this is the team that we're playing against them. So not really much in the way of changes. Tom Cleverley comes back into the side for Woods because he's not suspended anymore, and he's been excellent in that position ever since he started playing there. And Marvi comes back in at left back in place of Silvio, and Enner Valencia is coming in up front instead of De Jong because he's now not injured. So the world's ridiculous. The man got in it. We don't even know what injury he had against United now because it never even got as far as giving me the inbox message to tell me what was wrong with him. So he's had a miraculous recovery. So obviously he has to play against QPR, and he's now going to repay me with a scintillating performance that, I mean, it's not even, no matter what we do today, we're not going to catch QPR. We've got 15 games left after this one. Even a win today with everyone else losing wouldn't put us in an automatic promotion spot. We really need to start winning every game in the league. Oh, and Lukaku hits the post. He had a really poor game against Man United the second time around, to the point where there was a media report about him having a bad day at the office. He got a hat-trick on Earth 1. I guess it's Earth 1. I think that's the first proper crash we've had on the beta, really. And considering the second patch is out now, that's worrying. Why has it started crashing at this point? Good save there from Ryan, but QPR have now had a clear-cut chance, so we need to buck our ideas up a little bit, because although we're having a lot of shots, we're not really creating good chances, and less than half of our shots so far have been on target. We have had a lot more shots than QPR, though, and we go in at half-time at 0-0. Let's go and win a football match. Cleverly, he plays well in this ball-winning midfielder role, but he doesn't have to commit a lot of fouls and pick up a lot of bookings. That's why he was suspended for the United game. We've got Arsenal, by the way, in the quarter-final of the FA Cup. So if we are going to have a very unlikely success in the competition, looks like we're going to have to do it the hard way by beating anyone who's any good. Barkley's in here, finds Lukaku, and it's 1-0. And that was a bit of a special goal. I liked that a lot. It was almost a FIFA goal, because it got played into Barkley. He was in a position where he could have had a shot himself, but Lukaku, square of him, leaves the keeper out of position. He's in so much space, makes a bit of a meal of it, straight at the keeper, but hits it so hard it just sort of bends his hand back and still has enough oomph to it to force its way into the top corner. And Hughes is in, and I think that was a save tipped over the bar. What's Will Hughes doing getting on the end of corners anyway? He's a little fella, isn't he? Right, Lukaku out to Hernandez again. Can we get another cross in? We can't. And it's just as well, because Lukaku's back here covering at left back while all that's going on. After he knocked the ball back into Hernandez, he decided to just drop back in and cover, because we're Everton. We do total football around these parts. Right, let's take Valencia off. He hasn't done the sparkling performance that he promised me, despite his miraculous recovery. I can't use words anymore. We are going to give Belhanda another run on for Barkley, just because you lot keep telling me he's good. So let's see if he's any good. Oh, have we just picked up a penalty? I don't even know what happened there, and we don't get replays to tell us what happened for penalties, do we? I assume it was a foul on Lukaku, who was sort of dancing around on the edge of the 6-yard box and makes no mistake from that penalty. Absolutely thumps it into the top corner. And we're only 6 points behind QPR if everything stays like this. And hopefully we can absolutely batter them, knock their confidence to 6. Look, we're only, 5 points off of an automatic promotion spot. 6 points off of top spot. We could still win the league here, folks. As ridiculous as that seems, we're going to have to win every single game to be able to do it, but it's a possibility. And the way we're playing, there you go. Football Manager gods, don't listen for a minute. The way we're playing, who'd rule out a Championship and FA Cup double, eh? I certainly wouldn't. We're going to lose every game from now on, but that has left us in a very strong position to end the episode. And hopefully we can build on that. We'll be back tomorrow, probably with the Arsenal game, with either Leeds or Charlton either side of it, depending on which one looks like a more interesting game when we get to it. And hopefully we'll just go on a nice winning run now, because the Championship table is looking... it's looking interesting, isn't it? Leicester obviously coming into form at the right time as well. If you've enjoyed that, make sure you pop a like on there for me. Subscribe to the channel if you'd like to see more. And thank you very much for watching.